Could the US military take on China? A daring question indeed, but one worth exploring. It's like comparing two titans, both commanding immense power and influence on the world stage. We're not predicting a face-off here, but merely indulging in a hypothetical scenario to understand the capabilities of these two military powerhouses. It's a multifaceted debate, deeply rooted in an intricate web of geopolitics, technological prowess, and strategic planning. So, are you ready for an intellectual expedition? Join us as we delve into this fascinating debate. Firstly, let's delve into the strengths of the US military, a force renowned worldwide. The US military's prowess is undeniable, and it's built on a few key pillars that set it apart. One of these key pillars is technological advancement. The US military has consistently been at the forefront of technological innovation, from stealth technology to unmanned aerial vehicles and even cyber warfare capabilities. This technological edge enables the US military to execute operations with precision and efficiency, often minimizing collateral damage. Another pillar is the highly trained personnel. The US military invests heavily in its people, ensuring they are not just physically fit, but also mentally agile and technically proficient. This level of training allows the US military to adapt to a wide variety of situations, making them versatile and resilient. An often overlooked strength of the US military is its strategic bases worldwide. With over 800 military bases in more than 70 countries, the US has a global presence like no other. This network of bases enables rapid deployment of forces, logistical support, and intelligence gathering, giving the US military a strategic advantage. Lastly, we cannot forget the extensive experience the US military has in warfare. From the two world wars to recent conflicts in the Middle East, the US military has been involved in a diverse range of wars and conflicts. This experience gives them a deep understanding of warfare, from strategy and tactics to logistics and diplomacy. All these strengths come together to create a military force that is respected and, in many cases, feared around the globe. The combination of technological prowess, highly trained personnel, strategic bases worldwide, and extensive experience in warfare makes the US military a formidable force. It's clear that the US military holds a significant position on the global stage. But what about China? Now, let's turn our attention to China, a rising military power. One of the most prominent strengths of China's military is its sheer size. China boasts the world's largest standing army, with millions of active personnel. This manpower is a formidable force on its own, but it's not just the numbers that matter. China's military strength also lies in its technological advancements. Over the past few decades, China has placed significant emphasis on modernizing its military. From stealth fighters to advanced naval vessels, drones, and cyber warfare capabilities, China's military tech is increasingly sophisticated and rivals that of other global powers. This focus on technology extends to artificial intelligence and space warfare capabilities, areas where China is making substantial strides. Geography also plays a significant role in China's military strength. Its strategic location in the Asia-Pacific region provides it with natural defense barriers and control over critical sea lanes. This geographical advantage, combined with a network of military bases and partnerships, extends China's reach and influence. Lastly, we must consider China's focus on modern warfare tactics. China's military strategy places a strong emphasis on asymmetric warfare, tactics that seek to exploit an enemy's weaknesses while avoiding direct confrontation. This includes strategies like anti-access/area denial, which aims to prevent or constrain an adversary's forces within a specific region, and information warfare, which seeks to control and influence information and communication systems. China's military capabilities are indeed formidable, making this comparison even more intriguing. Despite its strengths, the US military has its vulnerabilities. Now that might come as a surprise, given its global reputation, but let's dig a little deeper. A notable challenge for the US military is the stretching of resources due to worldwide commitments. Having troops stationed in nearly 150 countries, the US military is spread thin, operating in multiple theaters simultaneously. This vast global presence, while advantageous in some respects, puts a strain on resources and can lead to potential readiness issues. Another area of concern is logistics. The US military's ability to mobilize and deploy troops quickly and efficiently is a key strength. However, it also presents a logistical challenge. Moving large numbers of personnel and equipment across vast distances, often into hostile environments, is no easy task. It requires complex coordination and immense resources, and any disruption in this chain can have serious consequences. Finally, there's the issue of cost. Maintaining cutting-edge technology, from the latest fighter jets to state-of-the-art cybersecurity systems, is an expensive endeavor. The US spends more on defense than any other nation, but with increasing technological advancement comes escalating costs. This constant race to stay ahead can strain the budget and lead to tough choices about where to allocate resources. These challenges offer a different perspective on the US military's might. But what about China's weaknesses? China, too, has its own set of challenges in the military sphere. One of the key weaknesses that stand out is the lack of combat experience. The People's Liberation Army hasn't been involved in a major conflict since the late 1970s, leaving a significant gap in their combat readiness. This lack of recent real-world experience could potentially hinder their ability to respond effectively in high-pressure situations. Another area of concern is the quality of military personnel. Despite having the largest military force in the world, concerns have been raised about the training and the quality of the soldiers. The Chinese military's emphasis has traditionally been on quantity over quality, and while efforts are being made to change this, it's a slow process. This means that the effectiveness of China's military might not be as formidable as their numbers suggest. Lastly, China's military influence is still largely regional. Despite its growing global economic influence, China's military reach remains confined to its immediate region. This limitation could reduce their ability to project power and influence on a global scale, particularly when compared to the global reach of the United States military. These factors certainly add a layer of complexity to our debate. So, could the US military take on China? We've journeyed through the strengths and weaknesses of both these global powers. The US military, with its advanced technology and global presence, is a force to be reckoned with. China, on the other hand, boasts a massive military personnel and growing technological prowess. However, both also have their own vulnerabilities, be it budget constraints or potential technological gaps. It's a complex question with no easy answer. At the end of the day, this remains a hypothetical scenario. What's certain is that both the US and China have formidable military forces, each with their own strengths and weaknesses.